Good afternoon and welcome back to video number 4. Stu Mac back again on the way to the gym as per usual. But today's a bit different because today is a pool day, something we haven't done in the last 3 videos. So it's nice to mix things up. And this time I made sure that I plugged in the audio. I don't want the same mishap as last time where I have to do a voiceover, because I feel like this is a bit more organic, a bit more real, just real time, no prep, no script, roll off the tongue and see how it goes. So yeah, I've checked it, it's working, we don't have to worry. Now, it's a bit later than normal. It's just after 8 o'clock and I'm on the way to the gym, and it's because twice a week I like to set aside time to prep for the other days. I eat the same thing almost every day. I work every day and I go to the gym every day. Well, 5 days a week. But for me, it's more convenient to set aside a particular space of time to prep my meals. I know what I'm going to eat. It's things that can sit in the fridge for 3 days at a time. So today was one of those days where I spent 1 or 2 hours and I prepped food for the next 3 days. I would advise that to anyone who is following somewhat of a meal plan and can forecast what they're going to eat, because prior to doing that, I was coming home and cooking food every day for the next day. And you spend almost the same amount of time to cook 1 day's food as you do to cook 3, because you tend to have packets of meat which are, say, 1 kilo, and you're having to open the same packet of meat, put it in the same oven for the same amount of time, whereby you could just prep all of that meat at once, put it into Tupperware boxes and set it in the fridge. So that's what I was doing tonight. That's me prepped for the next 3 days. So all I have to worry about really when I come home after work is heat up the food that I have made, eat the food that I have made, go to the gym, and I have more free time after that. I think for someone that's been lifting for the past decade, I've tried multiple things over the last 10 years, but it's easy to get sucked into the lifestyle that comes along with going to the gym, that bro lifestyle where you work, you eat, you train, you go to sleep, but it's not practical and it's not healthy. Unless that's what you do for a living. If that's your job or you're a competitive bodybuilder, fair play, that's what you do. But for someone like me that works 45 hours a week, you need to have downtime. And it's something I didn't really value before, but I've burnt out. I've had bad relationships with the gym. I've stagnated my process because I thought you have to go balls to the wall all the time, every day. And 10 years on, I have a healthy relationship with the gym. I have a better understanding of how my body works, the recovery time I need, the mental free time I need, and the prepping the food is one piece to that puzzle, one thing that I would do to ensure that I have an optimal amount of downtime that's not spent focusing on something gym related. So yeah, that's a long way of explaining why I prep my food and why it's really dark outside. You can see me because I have the lights on in here, which pretty sure isn't legal, but if it didn't, you wouldn't be able to see me because it's that dark. Other than that, not really much else to catch up on. I was at work today. Work is work for me. Go to the office, I leave. After I leave, I wipe my feet at the door, and that's me home for the day. It's Thursday, the weekend's coming up. Savannah and I are going to go see a couple of friends and have some dinner on Saturday, and then other than that, relax, go to the gym on Saturday, rest on Sunday, and repeat it all over again. In the last video, we spoke about the trip to London, so it's nice to have a weekend where we don't do 30,000 steps a day, although it's nice to have the step count up and not have to worry as much the rest of the week. I would like to keep it under 10 if possible. every day, give my feet a rest. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the gym. We'll do our non-negotiable, our cardio. I think I'm going to throw some abs in there. I'll probably not video that, but then we'll get moving on to a pull day. So I'll see you in there. Right folks, same as every other day, starting off with the 10 minutes on the treadmill, non-negotiable, steady state cardio, nothing too strenuous. We'll go 4.5, 5 miles per hour for about 10 minutes, maybe a bit more, because we haven't walked very much today. But then we're going to move on to our pull day, and for me, with my plan that my coach has me on, we have quite a strong focus on the posterior chain in general, and especially my back tends to be one of my weakest muscles. So the workout's a mixture between lat, mid and upper back. There's sort of parts to each of it within the one session. But you'll see, I'll show you some of the movements, and I'll show you with me wearing a tank top what I mean by my back being one of my weakest points. There's not a lot of thickness to it, so this is a workout designed, one, to build strength, but hopefully over time to try and build that thickness to the back. But yeah, I'll not ramble on too long. I'll take you through it. Right, we are going to start with some D-handle lat pull downs. D-handle specifically because you get a deeper range of motion with it. We'll go 12 to 15. Keeping your back as fixed as possible. Arch it, chest up, shoulders down. 3 seconds up. Don't overextend. Back down. 3 seconds up. As deep down as you can get it, driving those arms out and back in. So last set, we'll go down a weight, we're going to go for 12 to 15 again. And the idea behind driving the elbows out and back in again is we're working more the upper back and the sort of rear delt area, so stick with it. Again, arch that back a bit, keep it nice and fixed. Shoulders back and down. Pull nice and deep. Up 3 seconds. Up 3 seconds. One, two, three. Drive those elbows out, back in. 1, 2, 3. Right, so the next movement is going to be a low cable row with specifically overhand grip. Again, driving your arms out the way, and it's more biased toward your upper back and your delts again. So Into it. Looking just outside your shoulder width grip and try to pause in the shortened position. You get that contraction. Shoulders back. Keep your back in a fixed position. Right, last set, we've dropped down one weight. We're going to do 15 to 20. Last set was 12 to 15. Again, focusing on that squeeze at the end for 2 seconds. Right, here we go. Shoulder width apart again. Set in position. Retract your back, chest up. Here we go. That's us done. Right, so we're going to move on to something that's a bit more lat biased, which is as part of your back. So we normally do unilateral rows on the machine, but it's taken, so we had to improvise and we're going to use this. Single handle with the seat turned backwards. That'll be our support. We have the handle probably up to about shoulder height. Grab the handle, fix your shoulder back, and then drive into the ground and behind you, almost into your back pocket, but try not to turn your spine. Nice and slow, dig deep, release back. Nice and slow, dig deep, release back. Nice one. And same for the other side. Set up, fixed position, arch back, drive the elbow down and back. Let's go, 2 more. Last one. Oh, fuck. Oh, the seat was a wee bit off that time pot. Right, set number 2, and I hope you can see now what I meant by my back being one of my weaker parts. There's not a lot of depth and thickness to it, which is what I'm trying to show now on camera. But the goal is to obviously change that, try and turn that into hopefully one of our stronger points. But we'll put on to set number 2. Again, just pay particularly close attention to the tempo. Keep yourself in a fixed position. Do not rush the movement. Enjoy every part of it. So, arch back, shoulders back, arm in position, and dragging it into the ground and the back pocket. 1. Let's go. Sorry. Even if you have to lean to the side of it to engage it more, I find sometimes it helps. Same again the other side. No resting. In position. Oh, dry. Oh fuck. That's that done. Now I don't have a great main muscle connection, or I don't really have great flexibility back there either, but I'll try to I don't really know how to engage my lats that well. That's something I want to practice posing, and hopefully get better at that. Right, so we're on to the T-bar rows, going for a neutral grip with the shortened handle. We've done 2 warm-up sets, and now we're on to our first working set. We're going to do 6 to 9 reps for now. Again, slow and controlled. Working more of the mid back at this point. So, in a position. Focusing on driving those elbows out again. 1 more set. Right, last set, and we're going to do 10 to 14 reps, but we're not going to drop down the weight because, to be honest, we didn't really go to failure on the last set, so we'll stick at this weight, and hopefully this will bring us closer to a failure mark. But we're going to use a belt because my lower back's a bit sore. Right, same again. Oh, arms back. 1, 2. Oh, it's better. Fuck. Right, on the shrugs. Right, last back exercise for the day. It's just going to be shrugs, nothing too heavy, 20 each side. Oh, 10 reps, nice and controlled. Like every other movement, shoulders back, chest up. On this, bend over ever so slightly. I'm sort of putting all my weight in my heels and hinge my hips back. One more set. Right, last set. Another 10 reps. No change in weight. Let's go. Last one. Right, back day's done. Right, folks, back day done and dusted, and it was okay. No complaints. I think it went as expected. Now, just remember, every exercise that I've done in the video, I normally do 1 to 3 feeler sets beforehand. So I don't just jump into doing that. I jump in with a lighter weight, gauge where my strength's at. And I've explained this in previous videos, but there's no point in me taking you through the whole workout because I was there for an hour and a half, and no one wants to sit and watch me for an hour and a half. Well, maybe you do. If you do, I could do that. I'll just do it live the whole time. But yeah, felt good. And as I explained before we went in, as well as in the gym, my back is not my strongest point. I'm not afraid to admit that, but it is a work in progress. I know what it needs to improve, and I just have to be consistent. I have to be accountable to myself. And every exercise I do, I have a note of the weight that I've done the previous time, as well as the volume. My aim is just try to improve on one of the two. So if I've done a particular weight and my rep range is 8 to 12, if I do 8 this time, I'm going to aim for 9 or 10. And once I've maxed out the volume side of things, then I'm going to look to increase the weight. And in theory, over time, progressive overload, my back's going to get bigger and stronger. So I'm not worried at this point. And as I said, it is just the start of my bulking journey anyway. Now, there's one of the clips that I have to apologize for when doing the T-bar rows, and that was the first clip, because I think you just got a shot of my arse. I don't think you could really see any back movement. You could see the elbows ever so slightly, but I pretty much zoomed up on my butt, and you watched me rep 8 reps with my butt. So I apologize about that. We're going to head home now, get some food, relax for a half hour, and that's us done for the day. Go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and do it all over again. So thanks for sticking around. As per usual, like, comment, subscribe. We are slowly but surely getting more confident in filming in the gym. The videos will hopefully be getting better over time. But just remember, guys, this is the start of my journey on YouTube. I don't expect it to be perfect, and I expect to be accountable and making something better each time incrementally. That will lead to hopefully being a better content creator and hopefully producing more interesting content for you to stick around and watch. So please stick around for now. Watch the journey as we go along, see how we progress, see how it gets better, and hopefully in the not so distant future we can turn this into more of a community. I want to hear suggestions of what people want to see. I want to hear things that people are struggling with, whether it be in or outside of the gym, and I want to try and provide help where I can, or at least help build somebody's confidence, point people in the right direction, just provide value. As I mentioned before in my first video, the idea behind this channel, part of the idea, is to start providing value for others. So thanks so much, and have a good night.